Hello and welcome to another episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
Howdy do.
and our guest today is Anthony Smith.
Hello.
First things first, you guys might have noticed we kind of have intro/theme music. That's from my good friend Chris Cotta. You can follow him at Chris Cotta Fish on Twitter. I just wanted to give him a little shout out because I really like the intro music.
It's like we're in a Nintendo game.
Apparently, Corey thinks it sounds like Castlevania.
Yeah, it's a Castlevania intro.
It's not Castlevania.
Well, it should have been.
Today's episode is going to mostly be about Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. Since we started this podcast and we have so many people listening to it, we have some incredible connections, and we got to
watch it one day early.
We got to watch it one day early.
24 hours.
So, no, there will be spoilers during this. Zack Snyder personally told us
we shouldn't
spoil anything. So this is your warning. There will be spoilers. We are going to be talking about the entire movie, what we thought, what we liked, what we didn't like. As of right now, I think the Rotten Tomatoes score is around 33%. 35, which is the same as The Room.
I'm sure
Tommy
sure the audience rating is pretty high, though, right? Did you look at that?
I did not. Anybody have their...
I mean, there's probably no audience has seen it yet, so probably not a good way today.
But it did. Next to the Rotten Tomatoes score, it has a score that says people that want to see it. It's like interest, and it went from 98% to 88%.
Of course, that happens.
Well, I mean, I'm just showing it's a small percentage of people do look at reviews and decide whether they're going to see it or not. I mean, that's not going to hurt.
If you want to watch Batman versus Superman, you're going to see Batman versus Superman.
But I mean, what I'm saying is what, maybe 5% of people won't see it because it has bad reviews.
Normally, like, I would probably not have seen it in theaters because of bad review. Not always, but some movies I wait to see. I don't go to theaters that often. So.
I think that's a movie that you should see in theaters just because of the magnitude of everything going on.
Yeah.
The battle and everything with Doomsday and all that craziness.
You mean that orc?
Okay.
Cave troll?
Yeah, that's first things. Doomsday looked, when he was coming out of the womb, I guess, looked just like a goddamn cave troll from Lord of the Rings.
He was birthed like a Uruk-hai.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is when I'm watching it, I wanted to lean over to you and say, it's a cave troll. And then I'm like, you know what? It literally looks like if an Uruk-hai and a cave troll had sex. That's what...
That's Doomsday.
Yeah, it's Doomsday.
Yeah. And with laser vision.
With laser vision. Did the laser come out of his mouth, too? Did anybody notice that? I think it came out of, like, every orifice in his face.
His whole body.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
Now, is that because of the nuke, or can he just do that?
I don't know.
That's what I was kind of confused.
Because of General Zod's DNA, that he's able to shoot lasers, but out of his mouth, I don't know. It's just the nuke made him more powerful, I think.
But let's go back to the beginning. What did you guys think? Whichever one of you guys wants to go first. Corey.
Overall?
Yeah. How about you give it a score?
A number score? Or a letter score?
I'm going to give it a letter score. But you can give it whatever you want.
I would give it a solid B something. I'll have to see upon second time to see if I give it plus or minus.
As for Corey, every time he sees a movie the second time, it goes
progressively worse. Sometimes, though, some comedies, things in the background just gets funnier.
Deadpool?
Anchorman got funny every time I watched it. First time I hated it. So
yeah, I have kind of that way with Anchorman and Step Brothers.
Yeah, there's those kind of things grow on you. Some scenes in the movie were freaking awesome. The beginning was awesome. Ben Affleck going through the battle that happened in Man of Steel was awesome.
I was a big fan of that, and he just fucking running straight into that cloud, just no fear.
The effects of it, the
fucking goddamn
his
Batman.
whole plight, and you see, his emotion, and basically his whole staff gets annihilated.
Yeah, when he was talking to the guy on the phone while he's in the building.
And the guy's praying, God, Father, everything else.
That just kind of hit right here.
So you watch Man of Steel, the exact same scene, and it's all action-oriented, it's playing cool music. You watch this movie, and it's like, oh my God, 1,000 people just fucking got crushed to death.
Yeah.
And then for the next hour, it just drug on. Before anything happened, Batman getting all moody, and then Superman, I'm not feeling it either. People hate me. Back and forth.
I'm assuming that they could have cut out 10 to 15 minutes of just slow motion scenes that were kind of ran on too long.
I was thinking about there were, I think, at least 5 dream sequences, and I think they could have all probably been cut. All Batman's, I believe. They get trippy too. They should have been in the movie. Like when had a flashback when he was a kid and he's flying. That just what? Oh, okay, one dream. And then a giant man bat attacks Batman. Okay.
Yeah, the man bat freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, another dream. And then he's in Afghanistan and he's wearing a trench coat and he's getting killed by
out of him and the freaking weird flying things.
And then it goes to another. It was a dream within a dream because he woke up and then he seen the Flash yelling at him through a portal.
That might not have been a dream though.
But then he woke up again though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If it wasn't a dream.
Are we assuming that was Flash? Because I know we were talking about it right when the movie was over, but I'm not a huge DC fan. I love Batman and I've read quite a few Batman comics, but to my knowledge, the Flash can basically run through time.
That seems like it would be a Flash thing.
The most plausible explanation.
Although it happened within his dream, so then again, it might be somebody else.
And the guy that came through the little vortex or whatever you want to call it had that little terrible mustache that Ezra Miller has. So I don't know if it was him, but that was my guess. Speculation only.
Like that whole all the dreams seem to be in the movie. The whole thing with Africa and Superman, I thought it was kind of a dumb plot that he was blamed for some murders happened in Africa that clearly wasn't him because people got shot to death. Yeah. And I don't get why it became such an important thing in the U.S. It completely didn't make sense at all, considering this eyewitness who's a journalist. And that was like what he was being brought to the Senate for. That was not. They should just skipped all that, made it half as long, and then got to the real meat. It should have been Batman versus Superman for twice as long as it was in the movie. Because when that hit, when it was Batman versus Superman for a half an hour, when the shit was hitting the fan,
ding ding,
that was the best fucking parts of the movie.
Yeah, I got a little giddy seeing Batman beat the shit out of Superman.
Yeah, even vice versa for a second. And there's limitations. Superman wasn't trying to kill Batman. Batman was trying to kill Superman. Yeah. And that worked out in the beginning because Superman was just owning him for a few seconds, and then it gets back to Batman destroying, and up until the whole Martha thing. I thought that was the absolute best part of the movie. That unwittingly, Batman's mom is the same name as Superman's mom. Yeah. And the last words that his dad said before he died was Martha, and the last words Superman was about to say before he died was Martha. And that fucking unhinged Batman, like, holy fuck, I'm untranced. Yeah. What the fuck? You're just a person, and you're like, yeah. And I'm basically the killer now. How it came a full 360. He turned into what he was trying to stop, and that was cool. And then after that moment, the movie was shit. Well, not shit, but it was just green screen fighting for the next 20 minutes. And
except for Batman breaking into that building and fighting those guys. That was
I can't. If that was the whole movie was like that, that was awesome. That whole fight sequence.
And
they showed it all in the trailer, but
I have a big gripe with every time Batman fights somebody, like one person attacks at a time. And in the dream sequence, it was that way too.
Yeah.
But in that one, 4 guys attacked him at the same time. I love that for the first time. I don't know if it's the first time, but one of the few times 4 people attacked him at the same time.
He was getting stabbed in the back while something else was happening. So that was cool. Didn't like the whole last battle. It took place in no man's land when they had to throw out. Well, no civilians are probably there, so.
It's because there was such a big backlash from Man of Steel. They had to
throw out, what celebrity,
there's a big backlash against Man of Steel because the body count was so high. I mean, they would have killed hundreds of thousands of people.
After the movie came out, people did math. Like, well, okay, 20 buildings fell, so that's this many people dead. And the movie glossed over it completely.
Oh, wow.
And so that's what the whole basis for this movie was, well, look, a lot of people died. They even have monuments to, it's like the goddamn Vietnam War wall.
Yeah.
But with people who died. So is Gotham and Metropolis right across the bay from each other?
That's news to me. But like I said, I'm not much of a Superman fan, so I didn't.
I was like, what?
I don't know if it's like that in the books or if they just did that for,
the movie purposes.
Yeah,
convenience.
It was a little weird.
Like San Francisco and Oakland.
I have another gripe. I have little gripes. Nothing to do with the movie getting to be. Because this exists. Well, it shouldn't exist anymore, but it does. How I could not figure out for the life of me in this day and age how you could just put glasses on Clark Kent and legitimately get away with a realistic movie saying nobody recognized him when he fucking works in the same office building that his girlfriend works, and people know it's the only human he talks to and constantly slaves, and he works right in the next cubicle over, and nobody. Like, how did they not put it together? It's
You almost could have said that he flies so fast, but he walked into the fucking Senate. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not like he's flying around and people don't see him.
There are high definition pictures of him. There's video. There's surveillance. There's no way in this day and age that nobody does not recognize a guy wearing. I know somebody told me this. Whatever his name is, walked in Times Square and nobody recognized him.
I
with
saw
glasses.
the
But
picture of the video.
he's not Superman. When you have a guy who's a god, basically, which is what the movie.
Plus, in person, he looks like he's losing his hair.
Yeah. Movie magic. So I was like, they really, and it drove it home at the end, which spoilers, but when there's a funeral for Superman, and I couldn't figure out why there were two funerals going. I was like, oh shit! Even in death, they had a second page article saying, oh hey, Superman died and Clark Kent.
I caught that.
And
yeah.
we never fucking put two and two together, and nobody figured it out. Like, that's the stupidest fucking universe. Fucking Lex Luthor figured it out, but he's the only fucking one.
I read articles that said Jesse Eisenberg was miscast. I liked him a lot.
Oh,
Not that he played. Obviously, they alluded to it being Lex Luthor's son.
Right.
But just the weird.
I thought his father was named after him. Like, from Smallville, I thought his dad was named the same thing, Lex.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
he's-
I mean, they alluded that he's Junior, not.
Right.
Senior.
Isn't Junior the one who's famous, the bald one?
I don't know. I like I said, I don't read Superman books.
I thought so.
Is that what it is?
I think he's the right Luthor.
Okay.
Lex.
Well,
I could be wrong.
The only parts that I've seen Lex Luthor in are cartoons or different video games
When
and
Kevin
stuff.
Spacey played him.
The original.
I never saw it.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Oh. Smallville?
no,
You don't watch Smallville?
no.
Not even a minute?
But I like Jesse Eisenberg.
Did you like when the journalist guy, his boss, called him Smallville?
Uh-huh.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah. What do you think about Lex Luthor, Anthony?
I think he was great. He had like a totally kind of psychotic, almost like gestury kind of. He reminded me much of if either of you guys ever played Skyrim. There's a gesture character called Cicero.
Yeah.
Very creepy kind of.
Except he didn't have a high pitched voice. Poor Cicero!
He had kind of a high pitched voice in parts.
I like that he almost couldn't even complete a thought. You know what I mean? When he was up there, he was trying to figure out what he wanted to say, and he was like very
like ADHD type.
Yeah.
It seems like he had nervous tics or habit, but
I like Jesse Eisenberg.
yeah, even though he seems like he's a dick in real life.
Yeah, from some of the things he said.
Good character, very Joker-esque, kind of all over the place, freaks you out with what he says, but he's really smart and planned it all out. He had some of the best lines in the movie, and Ben Affleck was awesome.
Yeah, I really have no complaints about Affleck at all. I mean, I love the suit. He was jacked. I mean, that guy put on some pretty serious muscle. And I actually I have no complaints about. I mean, I haven't said what I would score the movie yet. I think it'd be the lowest out of the three of us. But I have no problem with Batman.
I have a problem with too much Amy Adams.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
She didn't really play that big of a role.
She shouldn't have, but she was everywhere, and she was on screen all the time. She probably split the screen with down the middle of Batman, Superman. They probably.
And she was in it way more than Wonder Woman.
Yeah. And that shouldn't have been. She was there for the last battle. She should have been nowhere near there. She should have been at home. She should have pulled Iron Man's girlfriend, Pepper Potts. She should have been Pepper Potts in the Avengers, like on a plane somewhere far away. We show 5 seconds of her, and that's it.
Yeah.
But
she didn't really do a whole lot in the battle, anyways. She chopped off his hand, but then it just morphed into this dagger thing out of
Wonder Woman?
Doomsday's hand.
Oh, Wonder Woman or
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
When she cut off.
Well, she saved Batman with the power gauntlets, and why did the audience in our theater start cheering for that one part?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's so
There was a
people.
lot of cheering, but people have been waiting for Wonder Woman to be on screen.
Nobody clapped for
quite a
Batman,
while.
for Ben
Quite a while.
Affleck.
Yeah, but I mean, Batman's been. When was the last time Wonder Woman was on screen? I mean, Linda Carter, is that her name?
Yeah, didn't they make a TV show though? No,
It never got picked up.
Oh really?
They shot a pilot, it didn't get picked up.
Oh whatever. It's not like it's an actress everybody knows. But I mean, she made heroic entry, and she was never explained. But then again, they're gonna have an origin movie, which they'll explain why the Jokers had graffitied.
Yeah, I that was cool when they were going through the Batcave and you saw the bat suit with all the graffiti on it.
I know you want to get to this thing, your thing. I didn't quite get the letters that Batman was getting with the red ink. Was that Lex Luthor?
No,
So
it was from
that
the
was
cripple
the
guy.
cripple.
Yeah.
He was refusing his checks.
He said that, but then when Lex Luthor was telling something about Superman at the top, he said, and you write a few letters to Bruce Wayne and he gets all worked up. Like he orchestrated it.
Like he intercepted the letters.
Yeah. And so, but originally I thought it was almost like, it looked like it was written like from the Joker or something. You let your family die.
Yeah, the way the...
So I don't understand why the cripple guy would write that. Who's his family? Who's Bruce Wayne's family? Why did he let
The
them
people
die?
that work for him in the tower. That's
But
what I assumed.
that guy should have considered Bruce Wayne a hero.
Yeah,
like
'cause
he
he
did.
saved him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, that didn't make sense for me. It makes sense with Eisenberg writing it a little bit, but anyway, the whole explosion scene was
Suicide
awesome.
Bomber.
Yeah.
I like he took out his own secretary girl that was in there. I was like, that's bold.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, go hold my seat for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot he told her to go hold his seat.
Yeah, she fucking up. He had never even brought up again. Not even thought about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
that's
pretty ruthless.
That's badass.
Yeah.
So I don't know, whatever you think about it now.
You can go ahead and... What would you score the movie?
I would probably score it as like a B-.
Fair enough.
Just because I felt like they could have not skipped a lot, but cut out a lot, kind of not in the beginning, but right after the beginning, it got kind of slow, and then halfway through, and that's when it kind of picked up. I feel like when they showed spoilers, when they showed the glimpses of the Justice League characters, that just like I was like, oh shit, Aquaman looks like a savage, you know.
I didn't know he was gonna be in it.
I heard he had a cameo.
Yeah, I heard rumor of it, but I thought he was gonna like. Honestly, what I thought was gonna happen is when Lois Lane has the spear and she throws it in that random little spot where there's the water.
Why did she do that?
I know, I don't understand.
A lot of the stuff she did in the movie was pointless. Like you said, the African whole scenario.
She did that just so she could dive in the water and have to get saved by Superman.
Right. I thought Aquaman was gonna pop out with it and throw it through Doomsday's chest. That's what I thought was gonna happen, but
that might have been cool.
Yeah, but then it would have ruined his origin in the next movie or whatever.
Yeah,
true.
I like that when he was underwater, you saw him basically like he swam out regular for a second, and then he did like when you see Superman break the sound barrier, it's like
yeah,
it looked like that's what he was doing underwater.
Yeah, that was cool. They showed Cyborg, which I don't know.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't recognize the guy playing. I don't know if they cast him.
I don't know.
That was pretty cool. And who else did they show?
Flash,
Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman.
Yeah,
that was it.
That was the 4. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and we got a glimpse at the Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah.
Through a photo, and she hints at her origins, but that was about it. She had the least lines about anybody in the movie, probably.
Yeah. She wasn't bad. I'm not a fan of the posing before every single thing she did. She had to yell before she did it. I don't like that. I had the same problem in Iron Man.
That's how she fights,
2,
probably. She's
when
Amazonian warrior.
When Black Widow fought all those people in that warehouse, after every single person she took down, she had to have like a 3-second pose, and I hate that kind of stuff. I'd rather it just flow instead of having to. It's almost like a pause.
That's Zack Snyder styling it.
Yeah, there were some missteps by him. I'll just throw mine out there. I would give it a C+. There were some pacing issues. The movie was very choppy, very clunky. Just it jumped around so much, and even at the end, Corey and I were talking earlier. They're at the funeral, then Batman is magically in the jail cell with Luthor,
Giving his
and
closing
then,
statements to Lex Luthor.
and then they're back at the funeral. It's like what the hell?
Why the hell did it jump like that?
Because he would have been in, where is he from? Kansas?
Yeah.
He was getting buried in Kansas, and then he was back in wherever prison he got put in.
I think that they could have made that jail cell scene the post-credit scene. I think that would have been way cooler instead of just not having.
There was no post-credit scene was actually upsetting.
I think they don't want to do a post-credit scene because Marvel, that's like their thing.
Everybody in the theater waited for it though. If you don't give the audience what they want, I got a little mad.
I was on the verge of peeing myself. I had drinking so much soda. I was like, I'm gonna wait for this anyways.
Even if they give me like a Joker laugh.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
The whole thing was Batman is about to form the Justice League at the end of this movie. He makes the first I don't know, idea of it mentioned. And he gets asked, why should we unite all these special people, metahumans or whatever they call them?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't know. I just have a feeling we're going to fight something. Like, that's the stupidest answer.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to fight.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to need to fight, and we all need to be best friends.
What about when let's just say it's Flash, like we said earlier, when he was breaking through the time barrier or whatever in his dream, he says a name, I think. Did anybody
I didn't pick it
hear
up. I can't remember what he yelled something very static.
Did he say he said Lois Lane?
I don't think it was Lois Lane. I think he says a man's name. I'm pretty sure. He says, "Oh, you were right about so and so," or something like that.
I don't know. Didn't he say Lois Lane at the beginning though? He said Lois Lane is the connection or something.
I can't remember verbatim. I just remember thinking, is this a dream? It's not a dream.
And then at the end, when Lex Luthor's talking about, oh, he's coming, he's hungry, or something like that, he's talking about someone is going to come. And
yeah, Lex Luthor hints at the next villain very creepily. And how do you think about, why did they not have that scene before the funeral scene? So Batman said to Wonder Woman, I think something's coming, before he even talked to Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor said something's coming. Why didn't they just reverse that? So it makes it seem like he got some warning from Lex Luthor before he went to the funeral.
Weird pacing issues.
That would have.
I mean, they didn't.
That would have made more sense.
Absolutely.
Why did Lex Luthor have to get his head shaved for prison?
Delousing.
They shaved. They buzzed his head, but they shave it too.
yeah, they do that.
They shave your head, not
I
just
don't know if
buzz
they
it.
bick it.
Because that seemed a little like overkill.
They hit him with powdered sugar after that too.
Yeah, right.
The lice hate
The lice hate it. Oh my god.
Why did Batman punch the wall instead of just punching him right in the face?
Because he was trying to change.
Yeah,
He had gone too far with the branding.
I think that was his
Redemption almost.
Yeah.
One of my favorite scenes in the whole movie, and I saw it, and even before the movie was over, I was like, "This is going to be one of my favorite scenes." Is when there's Batman's in the Batmobile, and he's chasing after the kryptonite, and he turns the corner, and he sees Superman, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Like he had this look in his eyes, like he was like, "God damn it, I am not ready for this." And just the look on Affleck's face, I was like, "That is."
Yeah,
it was a great second there.
I've never seen that from the trailer, and I thought that moment was going to come later. I thought Batman was trying to ram Superman.
Yeah.
But that came out of nowhere, and Batman was nowhere ready to fight him.
Yeah.
And so Superman just gave him the warning, hey, back up, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, that's cool, because he could have just destroyed him or unmasked him or anything.
I was like, do you bleed?
Yeah.
I like the voice module. At least it wasn't... Ben Affleck didn't have to change his voice.
Yeah.
It made sense that he had a changer.
Arrow has a voice changer on Arrow.
Alfred was awesome.
Yeah.
They didn't have to give him any. They didn't have to explain him at all, do anything. You know who he is, and he was just different than all the other.
I like that he was flying the.
Yeah, that was cool.
The Batwing or whatever it was. Yeah.
A lot of people cameos that I know were going to be in it. I mean, Alfred's not a cameo, but think about it.
Anderson Cooper.
Okay, all the newscasters that were in it: Neil deGrasse Tyson, awesome. But even Kevin Costner.
Yeah, I didn't know he was in it.
Which, kind of a dumb scene, almost a time waster. That could have probably been cut.
When he has a dream when he goes up on the mountain?
Well, it's not even a dream because he was awake. So he had a fucking vision. I thought it was like, how many times... I thought Kal-El was going to come back too.
That
or whatever.
Cool.
I mean, everybody else came back.
Yeah. I also thought that the death of the Waynes, his parents, might have been the best death of the Waynes, the depiction of them out of any...
I like how it was like the Watchmen opening. It was like slow-mo opening. Oh, you don't have to have any words to know what's going on. You get it. It's very artistic.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Up until the start of that scene to the end, up until he started flying through the bat hole, was awesome. That's all you need to... Opening, that's all you need to explain Batman's origins.
Yeah.
I like when the hammer of the gun broke her pearl.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah. And the fact that Maggie and Negan are married.
Yeah.
Nobody.
For a second, I thought it was going to be somebody else from The Walking Dead.
Was that him?
The trigger.
That's him.
That was him.
That's
okay.
Negan, yeah.
I thought it looked like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but I wasn't sure.
It was him.
I like in this version, he wasn't a wimp. He had his...
he was ready to punch.
Yeah. So that was cool. Not that it's a big deal. I mean, either way, he died. So.
Yeah.
But
it's very well done. I like that part a lot.
all the Batman parts were awesome.
Yeah.
All the Bruce Wayne parts were pretty good.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts,
other than the dreams.
One of my favorite
Yeah,
Batman
once you get the
scenes
dreams.
is when he goes off that little jump into the lake into the Batcave.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
Cool Batcave. I like that he's been doing it for 20 years. Cool, it's just cool that he set up a trap for Superman in all these ways. None of them really panned out except 3 gas grenades, which he had. You think
That
he
was
had
pretty cool.
more than that, but
Oh, I love when he beat the shit out of him. That
Yeah.
for me, just because I don't like Superman.
that moment where Superman's human, basically, for like 2 minutes, as soon as he blocks the punch, like, oh shit, now it's on.
Yeah.
Now we're on even terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when he has him attached to the rope or whatever, and he's swinging and breaking him.
Yeah.
through the
Yeah,
pillars.
unrealistically, but awesomely.
Yeah.
As much as I don't like Superman, I have no problem with the guy that plays him, and I didn't dislike Man of Steel, but I was just kind of like, meh.
You don't like the character, but good movie.
I wanted to watch it just to see. I said I would,
Yeah.
and I don't dislike any of the parts with Superman in this movie. I thought it was paced poorly, and I think that's, the general consensus here. I don't mind slow parts. I just think it jumped around way too much. I could have done without most of the Amy Adams parts and the Batman dreams for the most part. Although he looked cool in that trench coat, and
Yeah, that was a cool outfit. That's probably the only reason they kept it in the movie.
yeah.
Sell some action figures later. If they reworked it and if they could somehow not introduce Doomsday, that would have been almost a fine ending with just like Batman saving Martha Wayne or something, and not having to have Doomsday. That whole last battle took place. I couldn't tell what the hell they were fighting in. The ruins of some part of Gotham.
Shipyard, maybe?
It was basically they could have just been fighting on green screen. It would have been the same shit because all black. I couldn't tell what the hell. There's no like, watch Avengers and they fight in New York, but you could tell where they're at. Basically they're confines. You have a feeling. In this one, they're just in this black ruin of a place, and I wasn't feeling it. There's no you can't tell what the hell's going on, and they're not going to all die, so it's just slapstick for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But
What
I guess one of them did, but
Yeah.
not really. The last shot of the movie is
Yeah.
nope, not really.
They're not gonna.
I think that was pretty bold that they just like Dark Knight Rises. I was like, oh shit, they killed somebody, and then both these movies at the very end, like, well, not really. We can't do that.
Is this better than any of the Nolan Batman movies?
No.
I had problems with Rises, but I still think that was probably a better movie. For one, the villain. If you can compare Doomsday to Bane,
Bane was badass.
night and day.
I feel like
Not
they
to
were
quote-
darker in a sense.
Yeah.
The Nolan ones.
But yeah, this one also bounced between
This one's supposed to be
Gotham and Metropolis.
Yeah. This one's kind of dark, but it wasn't Christopher Nolan dark.
What'd you think of Batman's death count? Kill count. He
Oh.
typically doesn't go around
I
killing people,
love that.
right?
I was tired of him not being able to kill anybody.
It's almost like
And
the
he was
Punisher.
just blasting people. That was
it's
cool.
such a constraint. And
Yeah.
this one, yeah, I
But isn't that part of his,
well, in this one, this 20 years now, maybe he had that idea.
He got fed up
the
with that
first 10
shit.
years, yeah.
he's like, I keep putting these guys away and they keep coming out and I'm going to
Yeah.
take care of it now?
So I like that. So, did he kill he did kill the people at the very end, right? Huh?
Yeah, he was just shooting people I guess that might have... Well, no, he shot people before Alfred took over the...
Yeah, I think he knocked
Okay.
probably half of them out, but it was just out of
And then there's that
necessity.
car chase
Car chase.
scene
Oh,
where
he
he
just-
flipped the car onto
Yeah.
the other car. Those guys
I
are
would like to
good.
see the R-rated version. I'd like to see all the bullet holes people because there's no blood in this movie. I don't think.
Is that... I know they said they're putting out an R-rated version.
It has to be
eventually.
some of it. I imagine Zack Snyder's not one to shy away from 300 style blood everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
That's exactly what it would probably be. And I would like to see what that girl's part was cut. That was in his Sucker Punch movie.
Yeah.
Who?
One of the girls from Sucker Punch. She's in a couple things. I don't know what.
And they cut it out?
Yeah, she's credited in the movie, and her part was there's a lot of extra footage they shot.
Oh, gotcha.
Did you... I'm a big fan of Lawrence Fishburne in anything. He's pretty good.
Morpheus.
His character was just annoying though in this.
Yeah, a
Really?
little
He was
bit.
like-
He had a soul in the first one. He wanted to rescue people. This one, he just yelled at everybody.
He's like a J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah,
But not as good.
but just the opposite.
Nobody's
Whatever
as good
Amy
as
Adams
J.K.
wanted to do,
Simmons.
he was against it until the very end. Okay, take my helicopter. But anything that Clark Kent want to do, I'm against it. Do sports. He was just there to be the antagonist of the newsroom. I mean,
I'm fine with that. I just like Lawrence Fishburne.
He had less screen time than
Speaking of J.K. Simmons, he jumped ship. He's gonna be
DC.
he's gonna be
That's
Commissioner Gordon.
Really?
he's not
That's
going to
gonna
get
be
J.
cool.
Jonah Jameson roles anytime soon. So
J. Jonah Jameson. He was excellent
Yeah.
as J. Jonah Jameson.
best cast of that.
Yeah.
In any Spider-Man movie.
Did you notice the other guy from the Matrix in the movie?
Oh,
Well, just because you said Morpheus. The guy, he was in the third Matrix movie. He was the dick guy on the council that was he was ahead of like all the ships.
He was
it was
Man
the
of Steel.
senator guy. I didn't even notice him in
Man of Steel. He was a general.
Oh, was he?
He's a major general or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Man of Steel, I was sick when I watched it. That's the only reason I
He was
watched
the
it.
same character. He's the one who was working with Amy Adams.
Okay.
That's because during the crap that down Man of Steel, he was the one who became the liaison almost between. Like at the end when Superman said, don't come after me, I can do whatever I want. He was talking to that guy.
Maybe I should have watched Man of Steel.
Yeah, I felt the same way when I was watching like the fight in the beginning with the buildings falling, because somebody told me that it matched up perfectly to like the last shot is Ben Affleck holding the girl and stuff's raining down like fire.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is that? And it was a satellite they knocked out of orbit. Which
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't remember.
Man
that.
of Steel, I guess I haven't seen it in a couple of years now, but that's happened. So I was like, oh, okay. I guess I really should have watched that beforehand, just for that little bit of info I could have recalled. But yeah, so pretty solid movie. It's not Avenger level.
No, I mean it's not even close to
Not a good.
some of the Marvel movies.
It's not a good start for Justice League though.
No. I mean, you got to stop because it's always hard to reach that bar that you set out originally. Like Avengers 2 wasn't as good as Avengers 1. I enjoyed it, but it's not as good as Avengers 1. Now the bar's set kind of low for this movie. I guess they set it low, so maybe they can just
go up and up.
go up. I don't know.
I have really high hopes for the Aquaman movie because I think they're gonna make him more badass, kind of like Poseidon, rather than kind of bitchy like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy style Aquaman.
I have no respect for a lot of DC characters, but I think Aquaman kind of gets a bad rap. They were going over his powers. He's just as strong as He's just as strong as Superman. He's just as fast as Superman, and he can control like all the people in the ocean.
The Submariner.
Yeah, he's basically. I mean, is he really that bad? I mean, he's kind of badass. They're just making him look like
His outfit looked like a girl's outfit though, and that's why he gets a bad rap in the comics.
Yeah.
With an orange skin suit with green undies.
Well, I want to say that the way that Jason Momoa looks is a straight rip-off of a version of the Submariner from Marvel. I want to say I saw a picture.
Yeah.
It was a separate storyline than most of the Submariner stuff, and it was like a straight rip-off, but I could be mistaken. It might have been. He almost looks like a little bit like never mind.
Like a tribal Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Mermaid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think they're trying to take on more of like a Poseidon type god.
I don't think Jason Momoa can hold his own movie.
Like I said, I have high hopes.
I hope it
Depends
pans
who's
out.
in it though. I mean,
Because was Conan any good with him? I never saw it.
It was not very good.
I mean, he's badass as Khal Drogo.
I mean, just because one movie of his failed doesn't mean anything. I mean, Carl Urban had a horrible Viking movie, Pathfinder, and Carl Urban's okay. He's able to hold Judge Dredd up.
Yeah, but Judge Dredd didn't do that well.
That's a pretty good movie.
It was rated pretty well, but I don't think it made enough money to make a sequel.
Which is unfortunate.
I never saw it, and I love Judge Dredd, and I really wanted to see it, and
it's really cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
I was gonna make a comparison, but I forget his name. What's the guy name who directed Avengers?
Joss Whedon?
Joss Whedon. Zack Snyder is no Joss Whedon.
No.
Zack Snyder, his last few films have not been the best things ever. I mean, we can go back. Okay, so 300, awesome, but he made it exactly like the comic book.
Didn't Zack Snyder do the remake of Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, so he started really high.
I like
I'm not saying he's M. Night Shyamalan. He's not going from downhill completely.
He's
but
bouncing around.
So Dawn of the Dead, awesome. 300, which he took, from basically the comic, was good. And then between Sucker Punch,
which I never saw.
was horrible.
That's a weird movie.
I feel like he did something else.
I actually like The Watchmen. But I mean, I'm a fan.
I
of
like The
comic.
Watchmen, but The Watchmen's not a good movie.
I wonder what it is on Rotten Tomatoes.
You can pull it up if that's your godsend, but
Check it out. Who has their phone on?
No, I don't. So I wouldn't put anything that Zack Snyder makes. I was like, it
It's hit or
can be
miss.
good, but it's probably kind of like Joss Whedon movies are just better, and like the Russo brothers, their movies seem to be awesome. So I would just put my faith in almost the directors.
Is this? We already said it's not as good as the Nolan movies. It's also not as good as either one of the Avengers movies, or Guardians of the Galaxy, or Iron Man 1, or Winter Soldier, or Ant-Man.
I had somebody on Facebook said that it was better than Deadpool, and I was like,
No.
absolutely not. Absolutely
No.
not.
No, and
Different movies, but
Different style, yeah.
we are picking it apart, but overall, I liked the movie.
Deadpool's action was almost better. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
There was a lot of oh shit moments in Deadpool.
yeah.
Like it was like, oh my god, like the chain chop the guy's head off, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, holy shit.
I guess there's only like 2 fights in Deadpool, maybe 3. There's the freeway fighting, gun shooting, which it kept coming back to. But even this one didn't have that much fighting. I mean, I wouldn't even count. Batman didn't fight anybody. I wouldn't count the first time you see Batman.
Flying through that little room.
Yeah, away from the cops. There was no fighting there. So, I mean, that fight at the end with the gangsters and the fight against Superman and Doomsday was probably the only time Batman did any ass kicking.
Yeah. And then I felt for a minute there, like, obviously you have Superman and you have Wonder Woman who has superpowers. For a second there, you just had Batman kind of standing off to the side looking at what's going on.
Yeah.
He's also assessing the situation. Obviously, Batman's the smartest person there.
Yeah, but he let nothing until that final gas grenade
Yeah.
in that last battle.
Yeah.
I mean, he lured away. He lured the monster back into Gotham. Like, good idea.
Yeah.
So the tomato meter for Watchmen is 65%.
Which is...
Not great, but better than
Yeah,
Better than
Superman.
Batman
Yeah.
vs Superman, yeah.
I remember because all my family members know me as, I like comic books and stuff, and I've read Watchmen probably 2, maybe 3 times. And my cousin's like, what's with all the blue dong? I'm like, oh my god.
You need the blue dot.
If that's what you're focusing on, yeah, you need it.
Yeah. But there were some fight scenes in Watchmen that were badass.
The Watchmen just had pacing issues. It should have been like 2 movies or a miniseries. It should not have been a 3.5 hour long movie.
I think what we've gotten out of this so far is Zack Snyder has some pacing issues.
Yeah, if he's edited his own movie, he should. Because you know what's funny? All Zack Snyder movies have fucking badass trailers,
Yeah.
and he doesn't edit those. I guarantee that.
Yeah.
He needs somebody to edit his movies that he shoots.
Why don't you do it?
Yeah, or no.
Like you said though, that end scene with Batman and the funeral, they should have been flip flopped.
Yeah,
That makes a big difference right there.
A lot of things could have been trimmed down. I don't think it should have been 2.5 hours.
Like one of the scenes that I was watching that lasted way
enough
too
content.
long was Bruce Wayne's walking through the tall grass or whatever, wheat fields or whatever, towards the mausoleum.
Yeah.
And the flowers are falling behind him or leaves or whatever, and it looks cool, but it lasts a long time. I'm like, this is like a couple minutes of him walking that you could have probably cut out. And then there's the weird blood
And the
and the
bat
bat.
monster.
That was strange.
I think it's there to build tension. It does drive home that Bruce Wayne is haunted and that he needs.
Definitely work out some issues there.
Yeah, basically he's losing his mind.
What is he said, I'm older than my father ever was.
Yeah.
What is dad, what was he, 36, 37 years old?
You need
So Batman's pushing 40. in
You
this
need
movie.
five-
He's
dream
over 40.
you need 5 dream sequences to get that push to the audience that okay, Batman's losing it, and he's focusing all his anger on Superman, but they should have got to the Batman Superman fight way earlier, and which if they kept the Doomsday, they rushed that Doomsday thing. Like the setup for it was like, okay, here he is, he's born, and you don't know anything about him, but go, and then they keep cutting back to the fucking generals and stuff. Okay, well we can assume his power's growing every time we attack him, and the city's clear, so let's
Leave him
let
alone.
them go at
Yeah.
Like, they just rushed that shit out. There was no build up to that. I mean, Lex Luthor, hinted that he was making a monster maybe 20 minutes beforehand, but whatever.
Well, they did kind of build it up a little bit with, Lex Luthor cutting off Zod's fingertips or whatever.
Yeah. I like how he had basically build a monster in a box. Did nobody else walk into that fucking ship the whole time he was there?
Well, they didn't have his fingers. Well, I guess they could have just chopped his fingers off.
Yeah, but they didn't think that far.
Yeah, so Lex Luthor knows immediately what to do on an alien ship. So alien ship, hello. You would like to be commander? Yes. What would you like to do? I want to make a monster. You shouldn't do that. Well, I'm gonna. Okay, we'll do that for you. Like, what the fuck?
How weird was the Jolly Rancher scene sticking it in that guy's mouth?
That would have pissed me off. If someone did that to me, I would smack.
I mean, it's
that
just
out of
obviously
somebody's
asserting his power, like he is
And his
top
weirdness.
dog.
hand.
Yeah. I love the grandma's peach tea, granny's peach tea.
Yeah.
She saw it and it just fucking stopped her in her tracks. She kept looking at that.
Yeah, it was ruining her
kaboom.
speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was shocking. I like how Superman is just standing there like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
They framed me again.
Yeah, I mean, there were some good setups of things.
I would be fed up with humanity too if they all treated me like shit. I'd just leave for a while. And I guess what he did in one Superman.
And it shows you how quick things turn too, and that's actually truth. People could turn on you overnight, and they were burning his little, scarecrows made out of him and shit.
Yeah. So I mean, I see the parallels. How like Superman's Trump and people are hating on him, and Trump's actually good for his country.
Oh God, we're not doing this.
No, there's a parallel, and that also like it's white versus black, so it's like the whole race war like thing. Because Batman's obviously he's wearing black, Superman's white. He's all powerful.
But they're both actually white guys, though.
Yeah, because he can't cast a black. That'd be racist.
That wouldn't be racist.
No, it would be racist.
People were upset that that guy in South Carolina or whatever killed himself because there was a black stormtrooper because of Finn. Imagine what would happen.
Oh, the black Batman?
Yeah, imagine what would happen if people saw a black Superman or black. I have no problem with it. I am hoping Idris Elba gets the nod to be James Bond. I think that'd be awesome.
That would be really cool.
I think he would be excellent. He already looks the part.
I think he should just play Green Lantern in Justice League. That'd be pretty cool.
I just watched a clip.
Yeah, why did Ryan Reynolds
just
kill it so bad that they just don't even want to bring Green Lantern back into the fold?
Yeah. That's what I thought when they showed the computer with all the four little symbols or whatever, and I was like, "There's no way that's Green Lantern." He just fucked it up so bad?
For the record, nobody here supports Donald Trump. I just got to put that out there because I'm not leaving that on my podcast.
Fuck that guy.
But we'll skip over that and
Probably
go back to. Well, I can if it's in the middle of a conversation. Otherwise, I would.
I was just saying something about Idris Elba. That I see a clip from the Jungle Book, and I think he's just reading his lines. I don't think he's even trying. Maybe it's just me.
What is he, Shere Khan?
Yeah.
Who's gonna play Baloo?
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And I have no problem with Scarlett Johansson playing Ka either. She's got kind of a
kind of seductive,
creepy voice.
I don't like her voice. I never have.
It's a little manly.
It's unfeminine. Yeah.
That's what it is. That's okay. I mean,
it's fine. I have no problem. But I mean, if I wouldn't let her sing me a song.
Who's Ben Kingsley playing?
I think Panther.
Bagheera.
Bagheera.
And who's playing King Louis?
Don't know.
I see the
Probably
picture.
Louis C.K.
I like Louis C.K. I'd be okay with that. Bill Murray as Baloo is a perfect casting.
We'll see. I mean, it should have been John Goodman.
We'll see how serious he takes the role.
He's already filmed it.
Yeah.
He got his paycheck already. So, anyway, reminding me, Idris Elba is just, reminding me like, what's his face? What's Tyrion Lannister's real name?
Peter Dinklage?
How he just phoned in the voice acting
Destiny?
for Destiny.
And then they were just like, nope, we totally...
Yeah, that's Nathan
Wasn't
Drake.
it Nolan North?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love Nolan North.
No, who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, Nathan Drake is one of my favorite video game characters. He's so, I don't know, he's basically a more lighthearted Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Do you owe that to Nolan North or you owe it to the writing team at Naughty Dog?
Both. I mean, they write it, but you still have to bring the character alive. Obviously,
no, I don't have to.
You personally don't. Obviously, it's just voice acting, but it's still acting.
Yeah. Obviously, you can see it's night and day between what he did and what...
I haven't gone back and played Destiny
Peter
since they
Dinklage.
changed it.
It's a lot better, but I honestly haven't played it in weeks.
I haven't
Just
played it
because
in months.
it's bad. Like, it's just repetitive and they don't have anything good anymore. They're doing a big update right now and I heard a little bit about it, but it's not anything drastic that would make me want to go back and play it.
They made their money already. On launch, they made all that, so they can do whatever they want. They just work on the next one, probably.
Yeah, I probably won't play until there's another update.
Back to what we were talking about. I don't mean to cut you guys off, but I heard that Affleck is in. I mean, I saw screenshots of him in Suicide Squad.
If he is, I don't know why they're not postering his face all over that place. He should be the second biggest draw behind Will Smith, if not ahead of Will Smith.
Jared Leto. I mean, I'm not obviously not in name recognition, but the Joker is such a big.
No, I know. But if you had to put somebody on the poster,
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie would be front and center next to Will Smith. But if Batman was in it, they should put freaking Ben Affleck's face in the corner somewhere.
Yeah.
But I was wondering. I had this conversation that if he is in it and they keep us surprised, that's awesome. He may not be in it. Maybe it's another impersonator Batman, like in Dark Knight.
And he kills him.
Yeah. Like, wouldn't it be cool if, I'm not wearing a hockey mask.
What about this? What if it's one of the Robins or Dark whatever, one of his sidekicks wearing his outfit? He killed him, and that's where he spray painted all the
I'm not saying
all the graffiti.
I don't know if Ben Affleck's in it until he's in it.
That would be kind of cool. That's kind of
foreshadowing.
Yeah,
I like the idea though that it's that the Joker would have been Robin in this new series, which would be cool, but we'll see.
Yeah. But have they announced if Affleck's getting his own Batman movie?
Not yet. I guess we'll see after this.
As much as I like the Batman parts in this movie, I would love to see.
I bet you it'll just be another Justice League movie. Would be the next one.
Is Superman getting another movie? Or is it that there's been so many Batman movies they want to expand Superman, but Batman's already got the history?
I don't think they're going to exactly do what Marvel does, like where they do one movie for this guy, one movie for that guy, and then joint. I would like to see Justice League movies from now on, and then have all the characters in there. Because I don't want to see a goddamn spin-off of Wonder Woman's fine, but like fucking Aquaman, I don't want to watch a whole movie.
It was cool when they announced Civil War and that Robert Downey Jr. was going to have a major role in it.
Yeah.
So it's basically almost another Avengers.
It's Avengers 2.5.
Yeah. Which is great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more excited for that movie than I mean, we saw Batman vs Superman kind of on convenience because the tickets were offered to us.
Yeah.
But I am all in on Civil War. I can't wait. Is it May, right?
Yeah. The cinematic universe is very much all in Marvel's favor. DC had Dark Knight and that, but that was about it.
Yeah. I hope they keep doing well and they keep making them because that's just more superhero movies to see, which is fine with me.
There might be an oversaturation, but
as long as they keep making quality movies, like even this one, I wouldn't put in the top tier ones, but I still enjoyed most of it.
Yeah, as long as they don't put out Green Lanterns every year, if they keep up same quality, I'd watch a million Guardians of the Galaxy if they all were so funny and clever and unique. That's
gonna be tough to live up to the sequel. Because the first one was
it probably
excellent.
won't. It'll probably be Avengers 1. It'll be a little off.
If Avengers is if
you get more Chris Pratt, it's Chris Pratt. That's all you really want. The rest comes. If you got Rocket Raccoon, that's cool.
Have you ever seen 5-Year Engagement?
No.
Chris Pratt was in that,
movies.
And he wasn't in a lot, but every scene he was in was awesome.
You don't watch Park and Rec?
Park and Rec, yeah.
No,
that's pretty good.
I've actually seen about 3.5 seasons of it.
Oh.
When I got my vasectomy, I sat and I watched it for hours and hours and hours. I didn't really like it.
But Chris Pratt's in it.
I like Chris Pratt's character. I'm not a huge fan of Amy Poehler at all.
I don't like her, but what's his name?
Like a
Rob Swanson?
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but,
I hate you. I'm leaving that in. I literally have to cut 10-second chunks out.
I'm just trying to take away the silence.
Brian's not here this time, so it's not clearing your throat and stuff.
Quaid.
But,
start the reactor.
So what's the next movie that we're all going to go see that we're excited for? Probably Civil War?
Yeah, was that May?
May, yeah. We'll have to have a podcast after that.
Did you guys see the Lego Batman trailer?
I didn't.
I assume it launched with Batman.
It's going to be a movie?
Yeah. We didn't get to see any previews on last night's because it was a pre-screening, and it was just all we saw was a Zack Snyder on screen begging us not to post on social media that all the spoilers.
Yeah, too bad.
This is gonna. I mean, I'll edit this. It'll come out this weekend, but I mean that's plenty of time. And we said at the beginning, spoilers don't. And I'm even gonna put it in the description, spoilers. So if anybody listens to this and you've gotten this far and you're mad that you heard spoilers, you can fuck off. Because we warned you multiple times, and I'm going to warn you in the description. So
But also-
that's all on you.
Also, the title of the podcast will be Superman Died. But Lego Batman, it's basically a teaser. There was no laughable loud jokes. It's just Batman being Batman talking about how I filmed the movie, I directed the movie, and I'm in the movie. It's my movie. Most of the jokes. But that'll be funny.
Yeah, I'd see
That'll
that.
be the next standalone Batman movie.
Yeah.
That'll be 2017 now.
Is it?
Yep.
It takes a while to make those movies.
When did the last Lego movie come out? 2 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
So, 4-year gap, and then...
I was surprised at how good that movie was when it came
Oh, I
out.
love that
I
movie.
thought it was gonna be garbage, and I watched it, and it was actually pretty
It
good.
was like the favorite movie that year.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in a while. Maybe I'll watch it next week when I'm on vacation.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll watch it with you.
Okay. On our anniversary, you gonna come over?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Next week's our 10-year anniversary of working together.
Oh my god!
I think I'm gonna send you flowers.
Assortment of fruit.
Edible arrangement.
I'm going to send you something edible.
Send you a chocolate coating on my butthole.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. If you sent me those,
You would eat it.
I probably would.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
Anything you
Any
Matt?
closing thoughts, arguments, sexual acts?
Let me think. I think we covered most everything I want to talk about.
I mean, I really liked that scene with Affleck's face just saying that aw shit moment. I even wrote it on a piece, wrote it as a note that I wanted to talk about it.
How come he didn't make like a
I like the Martha part.
kryptonite
That was-
dagger or something like that? I mean, he had enough of it.
Yeah.
You
He
know?
wanted that spear.
Yeah, but he made the spear and the smoke bombs.
I thought he was going to make gauntlets out of it. Like,
That's what I
thought.
Shing,
Yeah.
shing.
That's what I
'Cause
thought
that's-
stopped in the
Me
trailer.
too.
That's what I thought. I figured they were been coated in.
They made kryptonite really a rare commodity in this
Yeah.
one.
Right, that's what I thought kind of made his eyes like light up too. Was like maybe it's like a
That would
kryptonite.
make
Kryptonite
cool.
powered.
Yeah.
That's what we assumed from the trailer, but it wasn't quite like that.
I think that's pretty good. So Corey was a B plus.
I'd have to hold judgment right now. Just put a solid B.
Anthony said B minus.
B minus.
And I said C plus.
Better than the Thor movies.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely better.
I don't dislike the Thor movies, but they're not Marvel's best.
If you take out Loki, would you have liked the Thor movies at all?
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, Loki was the best part of Avengers. I mean, there's a lot of good parts, but
There's a lot of good parts in that.
he is a scene stealer.
Yeah.
He really is.
He made Thor 2. I mean, Thor 1 he was not as charming as he was. Thor 2 he's just charming and
Yeah.
awesome. I thought Thor had some good moments, but
The best part of any Thor movie is Loki as Captain America.
Yeah, it was
When
fun.
they were walking through that was pretty good. But I think that's it.
Did you like Wonder Woman? Did we talk about it?
Other than her posing before attacking, yes, I liked her. I liked the way she fought. Looks good, looks the part. Obviously, a lot of people think she's not big enough. She's very petite. But
She could have put a little more effort into getting a little.
she put on 17 pounds of muscle. I mean, I guess if they wanted somebody that could have put more on, I don't know how serious she took it. I read that she had a personal trainer every day she worked out. You wanted China?
Should they have put her in this
Jesus.
movie?
Huh?
Should they have left her out of this movie? Would it have hurt the film? They
It
rewrote
wouldn't have hurt it if she wasn't in it. But I know a lot of people will go see it just because she is. Obviously, people cheered when she was on there.
Yeah. I almost feel like she was screw-headed in it. I mean, like, she didn't need to be in it, but they're like, well, let's add a third. I mean, they wrote it so they made it seem like they needed her, but
Yeah.
no, they could have just had Batman and Superman just teaming up, two guys, taking on, it shouldn't have been Doomsday, taking on something. They should have just fucking resurrected Zod,
Zod.
and I would have been happy with that.
Yeah.
Put like reinforced like neck brace on him or something, and have at it. I would. That
If
would
you
have
would
been
have
cool.
just made him a little, like, taking the guy that played Zod and made him a little
Michael Shannon.
bit more monster-y.
Yeah.
Like, just maybe
I
one and
thought-
a half times the size and a little disfigured.
Yeah, I was hoping he still have his face to do voice acting. No, he's just a corpse. in
Like,
the
General
movie.
Zod is Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't that have been better?
I think so.
And-
And then they could have used Doomsday as
Or
the
at
next
least,
one.
even if they nuked him, if he turned into a monster after the nuke,
Yeah.
at least that would have been a little cool. But if he woke up and I'm Frankenstein, motherfuckers.
Like, I don't know if they're using Darkseid next or whatever his name is, or I don't know. I'm just really not into Superman lore and all that.
If they have to keep getting bigger and badder, it's not gonna be fun. I mean, after Doom's, I mean, they basically are like, this thing's
Avengers
immortal.
doesn't. You went from Loki to Ultron to
At
Thanos.
least they're starting low. Like Loki can be killed. He's basically not a man, but
Yeah.
he's mortal. And there's aliens which can be killed. But this one is like one big super monster that can't be killed except for one element. And now next one's gonna be even bigger.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because Ultron had 1 million baddies and the Aliens had 1 million baddies. This movie needs 1 million baddies they can kill besides just henchmen.
What did you guys think of the Batmobile compared to
I thought it was cool.
the?
I liked it.
That was the same one from Batman Begins.
Nah,
No, it wasn't.
man.
No, it wasn't. It basically handled like it was basically a tank.
But it wasn't as bulky.
It looked like
It was a little
the middle
liquid.
part looked like the old Batman with the wheels of.
It almost looked like a fucking gas RC car.
Yeah.
Had the big wheels, but the kind of low body. I liked it.
I that chase sequence wasn't the best chase sequence. I think the car chase would have been better.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the Russian dude from that was in 300 with the scar on his face?
It was 302.
Oh yeah, 302.
I didn't realize that until after I went home. I was looking at IMDb. I was like, I thought I recognized that guy. I was like, I watched that one time, and it was probably a year ago almost. So I was like, now I know where that guy's from. 302 wasn't all that.
It was
It was
okay.
okay.
See it.
Some of the naval battles were pretty cool, but
Yeah. It was like a B movie. It was.
definitely couldn't hold up to the first one though. I mean, he kind of set the bar with the first one.
Yeah.
Leonidas. I like how they put Leonidas in the second one, even though he wasn't in it.
For half a second.
Like,
Though.
he's just
Was
decapitated.
David Wenham in the second one?
David Wyndham.
Yeah, I think so. Jeez.
Wait, who's that?
Remember,
Faramir?
Oh yeah, he's in it.
I remember
He's
Lena,
definitely in it.
whatever her name is.
Lena
Headley?
Headley, yeah.
Yeah, she was in it. Was the last one I was in it too?
Yeah, he was in it.
They weren't in for very long though. They would have been like the beginning and end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing with Lena.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for this one.
I hope so.
We're at about an hour, so we'll keep it at that. So that's another episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swather. That's me, Corey Urkel,
Can I see ya?
and Anthony Smith.
Have a good night.
Enjoy the music.
Bye.